Hello, YouTube! Alright, for a fact, I'm going to try to eat with this hat on inside the car. It is a little tight, and I'm banging my head around with against stuff. But anyhow, I had to turn the car around because the light was too bright the other way, and it's still kind of bright this way, but not as bad. I'm wondering if I should put something up there to block the light, you know? But then it looks kind of crowded here. I don't know if you prefer to have that little light back there, or if you prefer this gray thing blocking me. So we'll just have to make do with the light and maybe block it like this, eat like this, huh? So anyhow, for today's meal, I have a dish that I made, just white rice with spicy Italian sausages that were bought from Aldi's, and both parts were cooked in the inverter cooking system in my rice cooker on my drive down here to the beach. So we're gonna try to, ooh, it's squirting everywhere. It is so juicy because it kind of baked inside the rice cooker. So here then is the sausage, and it looks cooked. Pretty sure it's cooked. If it's not cooked, I'm gonna get sick. But this is the rice with the sausages. Let's have a taste and see what it tastes like. Mmm. Very good. You can see it actually, the rice cooker actually managed to brown, kind of burn, semi-burnt, blackened part of the sausages. It is very spicy. So spicy, I think I'm gonna have some water. Water says Zephyr Hills. It's not really Zephyr Hills. It's filtered, was it glacier water, which is city water, but filtered. Anyhow, I don't know if you guys want me to talk about the food, but the food is pretty good. Gotta make sure it's cooked. It looks cooked. I think it's cooked. You know, it's sausage, which is kind of hard to tell. I'm assuming it's cooked. Normally I cook it a little bit more and I burn it. I think it cooked long enough. If I disappear because I got sick eating these sausages, then you'll know what happened. I eat raw sausages. But yeah, decided today instead of heading out to the compound, I would head over to the beach side, try to finish eating here before the sun sets, and I'm gonna go for a little walk. Maybe if there's still room left on the camera here, I will take you with me on that walk. It's been quite a while since we went for a walk on the beach. Now, these sausages I bought from Aldi's, and they came in packs of 5. I cooked up 3 of them, so I have 2 more that I still need to cook. And I will cook them before tonight to try to extend their life, you know, because it's in my little refrigerator thingy, my little 12-volt refrigerator, but I'd rather have it cooked in there rather than raw and sitting in there. I can just imagine if a cop shows up. Be like, what are you doing? I'm eating. What does it look like? Or if I go for a walk on the beach with this hat on. What do you think? I think that if I do, it'll want to blow away because it's very windy on the beach. If you've never been to the beach, there's a constant breeze. By the way, this is my first and only meal for today so far. I didn't have breakfast, and I didn't have lunch. It's probably about 4:30 right now, and this is my first meal. So, if it looks like I'm really enjoying the food, it's because I am. I'm starving. And the other thing is, you can see me sweating, which means this is good food. I love spicy food. I had a viewer the other day suggest that I do the videos with the hot pepper taste test, which some of the YouTubers do, but I politely decline. I had a friend, trail named Ace, okay, who, I don't know if you guys know, we've known each other, Trail and I have known each other since we were kids in high school. And he used to come visit me at my house, come over and hang out and play with me. You know, we play on the computers and stuff because we were computer nerds. And my mom would feed him when he came over, and his mom would feed me when I went over to their house. And one time we had this dish, which I'll tell you about here in a moment, that's kind of funny. My mom made like ratna, which is like it's literally like noodle over face. I think that's how you translate it to. It's normally kind of a sweet dish, but you can put pepper in it if you wanted it spicy. And she had green peppers, you know, bell peppers, sliced into thin strips. And bell peppers, if you've ever had them, they're not spicy at all, really. They're kind of more, there's a little bit of a spice, but mostly sweet. They're not really hot. But in the midst of that, she had Thai chili peppers, which are fairly hot. Thai chili peppers are on the hotter side of the scale. And they were also green. You can see me sweating here, so these sausages are indeed hot. She cut them into slivers, so they look just like the bell peppers. So my mom gives the food to Trail named Ace and I. And of course, I'm eating it with no problem. I'm chewing on the, I guess she had beef in there. But I was chewing on that and the gravy and the noodles and all the peppers. And when I hit the hot one, you know, that's normal. Because my mom does that, you know, throws it in there for flavor. Well, Trail name is sitting there chowing away on the food. And he's like, oh, this is really good. And he was eating it. And he was biting all this stuff. And my mom was standing there watching the whole time because she's waiting for the reaction. What Ace didn't realize was that my mom had mixed, you know, the green peppers weren't all just, they weren't bell peppers. There was Thai chili peppers in there. And he went full swing into the Thai pepper and bit it and chewed it up and chewed it all up and swallowed it. And then suddenly, his eyes became bloodshot. And he was like hyperventilating, almost ready to die. He was like, what the heck? And trying to grab something to drink, water or anything. And my mom burst out laughing, because that's the kind of mom I had. She would do stuff like that. I could tell you some funny stories about my mother. So Trail Name was like, oh my gosh, what was that? And my mom's like laughing and stuff, and I'm like, I think you just bit into one of the Thai chili peppers. Which to me, they're hot, but not like fire hot, not like gonna kill you hot, you know? Hot as in good. And, you know, I knew that I could eat hotter stuff than Trail Name Ace. But there's a second part to it. So, years later, many, many, many years later, after I had gotten out of the Air Force and went through my really nasty, bad divorce, Trail Name Ace took me out to eat at a Chinese restaurant, one of those buffets. There's a really good buffet here before they shut it down. And the Chinese restaurant had these green peppers. They weren't Thai chili peppers, but they were, I think, the habaneros. I don't know if they were habaneros or they could have even been Serrantos. Maybe they were Serranto peppers. Yeah. And they had cut it into little tiny semicircular, you know, circular rings. So they cut those. And I decided to grab some to eat with my food, my Chinese food. So I took a big scoop of food like I normally do like this, and I had the pepper in it, the raw pepper, and I bit into it. I kid you not. My mouth got on fire, and my eyes became bloodshot, and I started sweating like you see now, but worse. Like I was crying. I thought it was so hot. And I was sitting there, and I was like, man, Ace, you know, you should avoid that pepper. It's like fire hot. It's like the hottest thing I've ever tasted. Now, you gotta remember, when we were kids, you know, a few years back, eating at my mom's, I could out-eat peppers, you know, against Trail Name Ace any day. And, you know, he was dying, and I could barely taste the hotness. So when I told him these were fire hot, like the hottest peppers I've ever had in a long time, he took a piece. You know, I gave him one and said, "You want to try it?" Because I like to watch him sweat. I know. It's mean, isn't it? Knowing that he almost dies from it, I'll offer him some. Notice I didn't force him. Unlike my mom, I didn't like sneak it in. I told him it was hot. I said, "Why don't you try it?" Because I wanted to see his reaction. So, he takes the pepper, scoops up some food, bites into it, and chews. And I'm looking at him, and he's not breaking a sweat at all. And I said, "Dude, you can't taste that?" He goes, "No, I can't even taste anything. I don't taste anything at all." And I was like, "You must have grabbed a defective one." He another. So I give him another slice, okay? I carefully checked for one that I thought looked like it was nice and chunky and hot. So I gave it to him. Sure enough, he takes another bite of the pepper, chews it, not a bead of sweat. I'm like, what the heck? There's something wrong with these peppers. So then I grabbed one, stuck in my mouth with some food and started chewing, and my eyes became red, and I started pouring sweat, and Trail Name starts laughing at me. I said, dude, how come you're not sweating? How come this is not burning you up? And then he tells me, in the time that I was gone, since I joined the Air Force and went away and got married and all that other stuff, to the divorce, it was been like more than 10 years, he had been building up an immunity. He had been eating hotter and hotter and hotter peppers, to the point now where that serrano or whatever it was, habanero or whatever that pepper was that I ate that almost killed me, it did not even faze him at all. So it is possible to build up an immunity to peppers by eating a lot, which is why I think it's Mark Weems on the Travel Eat channel, you know, his channel, which I really like watching sometimes when I have access to a house and can watch him eat. But he eats really spicy stuff and it doesn't seem to affect him as much. Now, I eat spicy stuff and it does affect me because I don't eat it all the time, and I don't eat 10 peppers, I eat like 1 or 2. And in this case, I'm not even eating any in addition to what's already inside the hot sausages. And you can see I am sweating because it is kind of hot out here on the beach side. And I have the air conditioning turned off right now because I'm just parked. But it's not the heat that's making me sweat. It is the food. But anyhow, Trail Name Ace had built up his immunity and I was impressed. He had surpassed a Thai person in terms of how hot he could eat. Now, Thai people are kind of known for being able to eat spicy foods. So, for Trail Name to surpass me, I wish my mom would have been alive and around to see him, because he could play a joke with her. Say, here, have one of these! And eat it in front of her and not be fazed, and then give it to my mom and watch my mom panic. If you've never, ever experienced a truly hot pepper before, then you might not understand why people like eating hot peppers. But it has to do with escaping death. You literally feel like you're gonna die. You know, it's a burning sensation, and you sweat, and you feel like you're gonna die, but then you don't die. And I think that's the thrill of eating hot. You know, eating hot peppers. The viewer in question was suggesting that I try some, maybe do a pepper taste test, you know, and eat like Carolina Reapers or ghost peppers or any of different types of peppers, and just, you know, bite into them and on YouTube and show people how they taste and do a reaction shot. I told her, no thanks. I like hot, but I don't want to die, because I know my limits, unlike Trail Name. And I'll save that for another story. Maybe he can tell it on his channel if he's watching this. I'll let him know about this episode, so maybe he can talk about his episode where he almost dies, even after out peppering me. He decided to take a challenge, and I'll leave it for him to tell that story, because it is a great story. And the reason I will not partake in those challenges, because I don't want to die. Well, I'm pretty much done eating. I'm probably going to have a little bit more rice with it to finish up this last sausage. Then I'm going to go for my walk, but I think 20-minute video. It's almost at 20 minutes now. It's long enough, right? So we're going to go ahead and end this video, even though I haven't finished eating. But I hope you enjoyed the little story of the pepper, as well as learned a little bit about how I go about my daily routine. I don't know how much longer I can do this kind of stuff, because I am going to that job fair, so if things work well, I could be working very soon. Until next time, everyone, please take care. God bless you all, and if you could say a little prayer for me, I would truly appreciate it. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye now.